Have you ever wondered why certain places just seem to cast a magical spell on everyone who visits them? Well, today we're diving into the heart of Italy to discover 5 villages in Tuscany that are so breathtakingly beautiful, they'll make you question whether you're still on planet Earth or if you've somehow stumbled into a Renaissance painting come to life. I'm talking about places where every cobblestone tells a story, where the morning mist dances through cypress-lined hills, and where time seems to move at the perfect pace for savoring life's simple pleasures. These aren't just destinations on a map. They're experiences that will fundamentally change how you see beauty in the world. But here's what most travel guides won't tell you about Tuscany's most charming villages. Sure, everyone knows about Florence and Pisa, but the real magic happens in these smaller, more intimate places where locals still wave from their doorways and where you can actually hear the church bells echoing across the valleys without the noise of tourist buses drowning them out. So grab your favorite drink, get comfortable, and let me take you on a journey through 5 villages that represent everything we love about Tuscany, but condensed into these perfect little pockets of Italian charm that most people completely overlook. Starting our journey at number 5, we have San Gimignano, and let me tell you why this place earned its nickname as the medieval Manhattan of Tuscany. Picture this. You're driving through rolling hills covered in vineyards and olive groves, and suddenly, rising from the landscape like something out of a fairy tale, you see these incredible medieval towers piercing the sky. San Gimignano once boasted 72 of these towers, built by wealthy families during the 12th and 13th centuries as symbols of their power and prosperity. Today, 14 of these architectural marvels remain standing, creating a skyline that's absolutely unique in the world. But what makes this village truly special isn't just its famous towers. It's the way the entire town seems frozen in time. Walking through the main square, you'll find yourself surrounded by perfectly preserved medieval architecture. The Piazza della Cisterna, with its distinctive triangular shape and herringbone brick pattern, serves as the heart of the village. Local artisans still work in tiny workshops that have been family businesses for generations, creating everything from traditional ceramics to hand-forged metalwork. The real charm of San Gimignano reveals itself when you venture beyond the main tourist areas. Climb to the top of Torre Grossa, the tallest remaining tower, and you'll be rewarded with panoramic views that stretch across the entire Tuscan countryside. On a clear day, you can see all the way to Siena, and the landscape unfolds like a patchwork quilt of vineyards, farmhouses, and cypress trees. What makes San Gimignano particularly magical is how it changes throughout the day. Early morning brings a golden light that makes the ancient stones glow, while evening paints everything in warm amber tones. The village is also famous for its Vernaccia wine, one of Italy's oldest documented wines, which you can sample in cozy enotekas tucked into medieval cellars. Moving to number 4, we discover Pienza, a village that represents one of the most remarkable urban planning achievements of the Renaissance. This isn't just a beautiful town that happened to evolve naturally over centuries. Pienza was literally designed from scratch to be the perfect Renaissance city. The story begins with Pope Pius II, who was born in what was then called Corsignano. When he became pope, he decided to transform his humble birthplace into an ideal Renaissance town, hiring the architect Bernardo Rossellino to create his vision. What they achieved between 1459 and 1462 was nothing short of revolutionary. The centerpiece is the stunning Piazza Pio II, surrounded by perfectly proportioned buildings that demonstrate Renaissance architectural principles. The cathedral, with its unique blend of Gothic and Renaissance elements, faces the Papal Palace, creating a harmonious ensemble that architects still study today. But what makes Pienza truly special is how this grand vision integrates so beautifully with the natural Tuscan landscape. Standing on the town's walls, you'll gaze out over the Val d'Orcia, a valley so perfect it looks like it was painted by the master landscape artists. The famous cypress-lined roads, the isolated farmhouses, the gentle rolling hills. This is the Tuscany of postcards and dreams, and Pienza offers perhaps the best vantage point to appreciate it all. The village is also renowned for its pecorino cheese, made from sheep's milk and aged in natural caves. Local shops offer tastings where you can sample different varieties while learning about traditional cheese-making techniques that haven't changed in centuries. The combination of architectural perfection and culinary excellence makes Pienza a feast for all the senses. Number 3 takes us to Montalcino, perched high on a hill overlooking valleys that produce some of the world's most celebrated wines. This fortified village has managed to maintain its medieval character while becoming synonymous with Brunello di Montalcino, one of Italy's most prestigious wines. The approach to Montalcino is dramatic. The village rises from the landscape like a crown, its ancient walls and towers clearly visible from miles away. The 14th century fortress, with its impressive walls and towers, dominates the skyline and offers spectacular views across the surrounding countryside. From these ramparts, you can see vineyards stretching to the horizon, each one contributing to the legendary wines that have made this region famous worldwide. But Montalcino isn't just about wine, although the local enotecas offer some of the most sophisticated wine-tasting experiences in Italy. The village itself is a perfectly preserved medieval gem, with narrow stone streets, Gothic churches, and Renaissance palaces. The main square, Piazza del Popolo, serves as the social heart of the community, where locals gather in the evenings and visitors can enjoy authentic Tuscan cuisine at family-run trattorias. What sets Montalcino apart is its sense of timelessness. Despite its international reputation, the village has retained its authentic character. You'll still see elderly men playing cards in the shade of ancient buildings, women hanging laundry from medieval windows, and children playing in squares that have witnessed centuries of daily life. The surrounding landscape is equally captivating, with ancient abbeys, cypress groves, and farmhouses creating a scene of rural perfection. The nearby Abbey of Sant'Antimo, a 12th century Romanesque masterpiece, sits in splendid isolation among olive groves, its honey-colored stone glowing in the Tuscan sun. Coming to number 2, we find ourselves in Cortona, a village that seems to defy gravity as it clings to the slopes of a steep hill overlooking the Chiana Valley. This is one of Tuscany's oldest settlements, with Etruscan origins that predate Roman civilization, giving it a sense of ancient mystery that's palpable in its steep, winding streets. Cortona gained international fame through the book and movie Under the Tuscan Sun, but its appeal goes far beyond its Hollywood connections. The village is a living museum of Italian history, with layers of Etruscan, Roman, medieval, and Renaissance architecture all visible as you explore its narrow alleys and hidden courtyards. The climb up to Cortona is steep, but every step rewards you with increasingly spectacular views. From the main square, Piazza della Repubblica, you can see across the entire valley to Lake Trasimeno, and on clear days, the vista extends all the way to the distant mountains. The square itself is a perfect example of medieval urban design, surrounded by palaces and dominated by the town hall with its distinctive external staircase. Art lovers will find Cortona particularly rewarding, as the village houses works by Fra Angelico and other Renaissance masters in its museums and churches. The Diocesan Museum contains one of Fra Angelico's most beautiful Annunciations, displayed in a setting that perfectly complements its spiritual beauty. But perhaps Cortona's greatest charm lies in its everyday life. This is a working village where residents go about their daily routines much as their ancestors did centuries ago. Market day brings farmers from the surrounding countryside to sell their produce in the medieval squares, creating scenes of authentic Italian life that haven't changed in generations. And finally, claiming our #1 spot, we have Montepulciano, a Renaissance jewel that represents everything magical about Tuscan hill towns. Built along a narrow limestone ridge, Montepulciano offers one of the most dramatic settings of any village in Italy, with its elegant palaces and churches creating a skyline of remarkable beauty. What makes Montepulciano truly extraordinary is its architectural coherence. This isn't a village that grew haphazardly over time. It was carefully planned during the Renaissance to create a harmonious ensemble of buildings that complement both each other and the natural landscape. The main street, Corso, climbs steadily through the heart of the town, lined with Renaissance palaces designed by some of Italy's greatest architects. The cathedral, sitting at the village's highest point, offers panoramic views that encompass the entire Val d'Orcia and Val di Chiana. From this vantage point, you can understand why Montepulciano was such an important strategic location throughout history. It commands views over vast areas of central Tuscany, but Montepulciano's beauty isn't limited to its architecture and views. The village is famous for its Vino Nobile, a wine that has been celebrated since the Renaissance. The historical cellars carved deep into the volcanic rock beneath the town create perfect conditions for aging wine and offer visitors the chance to taste centuries-old traditions. The village also hosts one of Tuscany's most spectacular festivals, the Bravio delle Botti, where teams from different neighborhoods race barrel pushers up the steep main street to the cathedral. This celebration brings the entire community together and offers visitors a glimpse into traditions that connect modern Montepulciano with its medieval roots. What truly sets these 5 villages apart isn't just their individual beauty, it's how each one represents a different aspect of what makes Tuscany so captivating. From San Gimignano's medieval towers to Pienza's Renaissance perfection, from Montalcino's wine culture to Cortona's ancient history, and finally to Montepulciano's architectural harmony, each village offers a unique window into the soul of this remarkable region. These places remind us that true beauty isn't just about grand monuments or famous attractions. It's about the way light falls on ancient stones, the sound of church bells echoing across valleys, the taste of wine made from grapes grown in the same soil for centuries, and the warmth of people who understand that life's greatest pleasures often come in small, perfect packages. If you're planning your own Tuscan adventure, remember that these villages reward slow exploration. Take time to wander their streets without a specific destination, sit in their piazzas and watch daily life unfold, taste their wines and traditional foods, and most importantly, allow yourself to be enchanted by the timeless beauty that has been drawing visitors to Tuscany for centuries.